Good evening from Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Tonight, we have a match of potential number 3 playoff seeds as we have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into the Rockin' Superdome tonight to face the New Orleans Saints in primetime on ABC's Monday Night Football. A lot of those indoor stadiums, especially places like the Superdome, the old Georgia Dome, even the Kingdome that that Seahawks played at in the 90s, those places get loud fast, and they can really throw off the other team. Especially some outdoor stadiums can get loud. I mean, 2014, look at the Patriots-Chiefs game where Tom Brady looked horrible on national television. As Alex Smith destroyed him and the entire Patriots team 41-10. It is real live at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome as we get a shot of Drew Brees trying to get his third-seeded NFC Saints ready. They are in a tight race with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their upset win yesterday in Tampa. How will the Saints do to try to hold off that powerful Pittsburgh Steelers offense? Here you see Antonio Brown, the always quick and always reliable receiver.
They know the eyes of the country are on them. Heck, the eyes of the world because of where this game is being broadcast. But even more important than that,
another shot of
most of the
two teams.
They are the show. They're the ones on the
Saints have won the toss and have elected to receive. Off we go from the Superdome. And it is Murphy taking it from the 10. And Keith Burns gets to him at the 28. As out comes the longtime vet that had his career resurrected in 2006 when he was released by San Diego to help turn a struggling 3-13 Saints team around with Reggie Bush, and after that, the rest is history. Save for an 8-8 finish in 2008, he came back probably the best way anyone can from a terrible season, in my opinion. Win the Super Bowl. It will be highlighted by guys like Mike Thomas, Brandon Cooks, and Mark Ingram as he feeds it to Mark Ingram for a gain of about 2 as he is stopped by Lawrence Timmons. Tried going to the left and hits a stone wall. As
after
that play, he is there, second out and 8 for the Saints. As the Steelers look like they're in a 5-wide set, feeds to Mark Ingram again as he gets hit and goes nowhere, this time by Lawrence Timmons. As we look at the offensive unit, highlighted by guys like Mark Ingram tonight, former Heisman Trophy winner. He can run, but his pass receiving potential is out of this world, to say the least. Third down and 8, they have brought C.J. Spiller onto the field. The Saints bring the house, and Brees is down. That's a 8-yard loss on the play. Hey, drop back, and McCullers got to him. That is McCullers. He'll be credited with the sack. So that forces a 3-and-out, and we're going to see what Antonio Brown can do. Morstead with the kick. And Brown is going to take it. He's going to go to the right. And he's going to snake a defender, snake two, and get tripped up to the 27.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession.
As out comes Ben Roethlisberger, who simply can be described as a human stone. Very hard to bring down. When he makes that authority in the pocket, you're going to have to knock him on his tuchus.
It's the next 3 seconds after he bounces out of the hit and makes a big play downfield. Yelling some things out here to the receivers.
As Roethlisberger's in a 2-receiver set, 1 tight end, and he's got Wheaton to the right, Bell in the backfield. Roethlisberger going for it all on first down, incomplete. As we look at the Steelers' offense, there is a lot of talent riding on those Cats tonight, especially when you look at number 84, Antonio Brown. When he gets that ball, best thing I'm going to buy some give to that Saints defense. Look out. Le'Veon gets about maybe about 9 as we look at the Saints defense. Probably the biggest glaring issue tonight that they need to look at is that secondary. It's very suspect to big plays and just getting blown up on those defensive runs. As 3rd down and inches for Pittsburgh, Le'Veon doesn't get it and loses about 1 on the play, as they're going to go for 4. As very unusual to see Pittsburgh do a Mike Shanahan style move as he throws and gets dropped. Yeah, they rushed right in his face. Normally, you don't see Tomlin be this aggressive on the first drive for Pittsburgh. You can see 59 right here. Ellerby, rush basically come right in his face. And now the Saints will set up at the 24.
Getting set on first down.
With Ingram in the back.
They'll try to hand off.
And Ingram doing the splits. As we'll get the Pittsburgh defense highlighted by Ryan Shazier. One of the fastest linebackers in his combine class. He can use his speed to deliver a big hit.
Second down following the run.
Not as fast as, say, Leon Lett or Bill Romanowski before the Roids screwed him up, but definitely up there. Breeze hollering out some instructions. He's got Ingram to his right in the shotgun, and he overthrew that one by a mile. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free.
So that is...
to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle.
3rd down and 10 from the 24.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
As the Saints look for some offensive pay dirt.
And they'll set up out of
Snead and Mike Thomas to the right, Brandon Cooks to the left. Breeze sacked again. That is his 2nd sack of tonight's game. Also announced later today that the Broncos have gotten permission from the NFL and Madden, and probably many Bronco fans as well, to wear their blue jerseys for their playoff run, since they clinched the Bills, clinched the AFC West with a Bills victory. With a Broncos victory over the Bills yesterday. As Morstad kicks it to Antonio Brown. Speaking of Pittsburgh, they can clinch a playoff berth with a win tonight in New Orleans, as there's a flag on the play from Lawrence Timmons. So that is Lawrence Timmons called for clipping. First down 10 from the 36. As now let's see if the Steelers can convert.
And on first down, he's barking out some instructions.
Roethlisberger calling out instructions. He's got two receivers to the right, one to the left, Le'Veon behind. Green with the catch with his first reception of tonight's game.
Brandon, he really fired that one in there. Excellent arm strength, and if I'm the receiver, I'm shaking my hands after that one.
As the first reception, sometimes you always get those big tight ends that really not a lot of defenses notice because they always look at those big, fast wide receivers. That often those tight end completions, like to like Darius Green, often go unnoticed, actually.
And now after the catch, the offense with a fresh
You see total yards tonight. Pittsburgh, his head 27 total, 10 rushing and 17 passing. Roethlisberger play action. And it's caught by Antonio Brown for a 6-yard gain before the Saints defense got all over him. Recaro credited with his second tackle in tonight's game.
As long as you're not giving those up, you're doing just fine. And the offensive coordinators on both sides.
First quarter is ended tonight here in New Orleans. Both teams are currently scoring 0-0. As we're going to take a break here as we'll get some highlights. Not many from this game so far, other than Drew Brees getting assaulted on third down. As you look at the shot earlier in the evening during the pregame festivities.
Back now, it's the NFL on EA Sports.
Back here at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, game still tied 0-all. Second down and 4 from the 34-yard line. Wheaton comes closer to the line, and he is going to go for Antonio Brown, who turns and gets to the 3. What a catch.
I'll be eager to see if the offense can stay focused and find a way to punch it in.
If you ever want to know why Antonio Brown can easily develop into one of the best receivers in the game, just look at plays like this. He's able to just make his man look stupid like he's on skates and get wide open for his Hall of Fame quarterback to hit him right on the numbers.
So first down here after the completion.
So after that nice 30-yard completion, we are at the 3. Le'Veon trying to go as he gets stopped at the 1.
This is a situation that actually tests an offensive play caller. Take that big play sheet you have in front of you and narrow it down.
At this situation, they really tried swinging for trapping the Saints in their own end zone. They did this last week against Seattle. As Le'Veon flips, didn't get into the end zone that time. Surprised he didn't break the plane. Trying to jump over some Saints defenders right here. Third down and goal. Either Tomlin has a plan to punch it in, which he didn't need to do that, as Joe Nix scores the game's first touchdown.
Well, if there's ever an area on the field that the fullback involved as a ball carrier.
At the 1.
And that's exactly what we
is
just saw. The big fella barreling in for the score.
That's definitely one of the great areas that fullbacks are usually used on those big runs, because typically they're used as those big pass blocking guys and allow extra protection if the other team's bringing the house after the quarterback. But when they get down to the 1, usually is the fullback's time to shine. He usually just punches in, especially through a tough defense like the New Orleans Saints, especially that tough defensive line highlighted by Cameron Hayward. So with the first score of tonight's game, Pittsburgh goes up 7-0. Boswell kicks it off. And Murphy will take it from the goal. Timmons drops him at the 15. So they're going to try to keep pushing those Saints back into their own end zone. When those Saints came marching into the Bayou, Pittsburgh came to war. As Hayward goes for the completion, Spiller records the stop, and hard to believe that is Drew Brees' first completed pass of tonight's game, as Pittsburgh has really been tight on defense, just like those steel curtain days where they basically made other teams try to go around them, but it's really hard to get through steel. I'm really rambling at this point. 2nd down and 9 from the 17.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Going back to the air is Brees with a handoff to Spiller. With his first rush of the game, 4 yards on the run. Thomas credited with the first stop.
You may not get what you want early, but those add up, and by the 4th quarter, you can break a big one. Well, the offensive end middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
As they're bringing that house, as he uncorks it for Cooks with his first big catch of the game, as Mike Mitchell blows him up. Look at this. Going into the air, trying to get ready into that position for a pick, and turn left Brandon Cooks wide open.
The offense back to the line after the completion for first.
So after the line, out Mark Ingram back in the field. Brees, play action, and he's going to get picked off by William Gay. He's going to take off. He gets brought down at the 9. We have struck the 2-minute warning here on Monday Night Football tonight. Terrible pass by the New Orleans Saints right to William Gay, going for that deep ball.
So a rough spot to take the snap from here.
Roethlisberger takes the snap, going for Antonio Brown, but it gets batted away. Incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
As he gets tipped away. There.
So incomplete.
2nd down and 10 from the 9. Again, see what it'll be here.
Operating near their own end zone. And the QB's calling something out.
Here we go. Dropped. Fires. And it's caught. Antonio Brown at the 50. And he is gone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's really one of those big issues that these guys had to watch. how weak and just how really susceptible to plays like this that that New Orleans secondary has had is Antonio Brown just took off on a whiff tackle from Lewis. As Antonio Brown has padded the lead for the Steelers, the second touchdown of the game. As the Steelers with the PAT.
And now he's going to add the PAT.
Boswell
And the
adding
PAT
the lead.
goes through the uprights.
91 yards for the score. By the way,
And the kicker is set. We're just about ready.
Boswell is going to do a nice and try to pin him deep. At the 20, he miffs it. Hill picks it up as he drops the 22. Play was ruled dead, so smart little bump there by Boswell. As that nearly worked to pin him deep. So see if Drew Brees can rebound.
They'll operate from the gun.
Brees going for it all again, almost picked off by William Gay. Double teamed by Brandon Cooks.
Just did not catch the football, complete the interception. So what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Watch this. He launches it for Brandon Cooks, who seems to be probably one of his more relied-on receivers. But not after getting picked by that like that from basically the same approach as the Saints have C.J. Spiller lining up on the line as he unloads it. Gay picked it off again. Second pick of tonight's game. And you thought that, like I said earlier in the night, the Saints Superdome can get loud? I think they all want Sean Payton's head right now. You could have sworn Drew Brees went to San Diego or something.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Yelling some things out here to the receivers. Shotgun snap here.
As he goes to Wheaton this time. And that is the first down for the Steelers. Is it the QB comparison? Ben Roethlisberger is just laser accurate. He's got a really good completion rating. But the two picks for Brees, who is known as one of the more better quarterbacks in the NFC, with his two interceptions tonight to William Gay, that's really odd just to see him play the way he has as he gets to Le'Veon and he brings it in for the catch.
And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
So they complete the pass, and now
they're getting ready to complete the pass as we've reached second down and 10. Taking a page out of Peyton Manning's book, I see Mr. Roethlisberger. Le'Veon with the catch, and he gets 4 on the carry. Fairly with his second tackle in tonight's game.
and trying to read it to prevent the play from happening.
So, 3rd and 6 as the first half is ended here tonight in New Orleans. Definitely an ugly game. That's really all I'm going to say about that here. As we step aside on Monday Night Football, let's look at some highlights.
Right now, we take a break at intermission with the New Orleans Saints trailing. You're watching the NFL.
Antonio Brown makes the entire New Orleans Saints defense look stupid, like a Porsche ripping through a Pittsburgh town for a touchdown. Drew Brees unloads a bomb to Brandon Cooks before getting absolutely clobbered by Mike Mitchell. Antonio Brown does a nice catch in the red zone to down it at the 3. Roethlisberger does another dot to Ladarius Green for a 23-yard completion. As you see the halftime stats, look at just everything in general. Average yards, pass yards, rush yards. The Steelers have just been astronomically better. As Wheaton will take it from the goal. As he gets to the 25 that time. We look at 26. As you look at the total yards on offense, Saints have had 6 total rushing yards, 19 total pass yards. Le'Veon up the middle, and he is down at the 50. What a way to...
But how about the guys at home who play fantasy football who have this player? They were counting those points as well and never got them.
Set the tone from the second half for the Steelers.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
1st and 10.
And a nickel back on the field for the D. And he's going to hammer out some instructions.
From the 50. Caught. Brown with a 5-yard catch.
5 yards
that time.
That was now a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Those little short dink and dunk passes really making... So far, the Steelers' offense has really proved all the critics wrong of playing down to competition and just absolutely creamed New Orleans in pretty much every aspect of the ball. They're looking to, as of right now, they are the 3rd seed in the AFC. Le'Veon, wide open on the right side. At the 10, at the 5, touchdown Steelers. That is Le'Veon Bell's first touchdown of the night. 2 plays, 90-plus yards, sheds a tackle, and the Steelers pad the lead. Just like a couple weeks ago with the Patriots, the Saints waited till this time of the game to start putting points on the board. 3 plays, 74 yards in a minute 15.
In the kickoff team, they all appear set.
Boswell kicks it off. And Cooks back in the game after that big hit. Is tackled at the 31. So it's curious to see if the Saints will do anything to try to mount some Monday Night Magic and come back.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
They are down, but they are not out. Breeze in the pocket runs, and he is sacked. 3rd sack of the night for Drew Brees. He is being tormented in the pocket.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line
And you'd think the Steelers would probably resort to waterboarding just about based on how many times they've gotten to Drew Brees. My goodness.
They go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really
playing zone defense. They just tortured Drew Brees.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
2nd and 15. And that is a 2-yard gain there for CJ Miller.
Every game talking about winning the early downs to make 3rd down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
Short of the sticks after
3rd and 13. Time to see what Pittsburgh can do. See if they can get to Breeze for a 4th time. Shotgun. And he's picking it off for a 3rd time tonight. Wow. Have you ever seen a veteran quarterback get thrown this much off his game? 3rd straight interception by William Gay.
And on 1st down.
So
he's barking out some instructions.
Roethlisberger changing directions at the line. Drops back.
Only a 3-step drop.
Fires for Le'Veon, but it falls short, incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Yes, it does. As
So the incomplete pass brings
the lead continues to grow. It's just been an ugly game pretty much all around.
This time in the nickel.
Bell goes in motion as he's going for Wheaton on the in route. Sheds a tackle, and here we go. Marcus Wheaton down at the 32. Wow. Pittsburgh has marched all over the Superdome tonight, as they continue to pad their lead with amazing plays like this, as they get really close into Saints territory.
So 1st down here after the completion.
Roethlisberger to Bell. Steps through, sheds the tackle, and he gets about 7 on the play.
Brandon, it appears that this offense is just trying to get into a groove by establishing their running game. Small gains as they try to accumulate the yardage that they hope will pay off throughout the game.
As Roethlisberger calls an audible. Wide open for the 1st down is Le'Veon for the gain of 4.
When you stack up 1st downs, you feel like you're in control of the game. In a sense, the offense is now imposing its will against the defense.
As he grinds through for a gain of about 4 on the play.
So the run moves the chains.
As they move the chains, they're going to line up in the Wildcat formation. Last time Not many teams use that anymore. Roethlisberger is in the typical receiver slot. Le'Veon tries to go, and he will go. He gets the first, sheds the tackle, touchdown Steelers. This is getting ugly. They have 6 minutes to come back from a 4-touchdown deficit.
Nice run for the score. He also had some help in getting to the end zone.
Plenty of help. Everyone had it figured out.
Wildcat turn for the touchdown for Le'Veon Bell.
Couldn't have been drawn up any better.
And the PAT.
You can add the PAT on here as the lead goes to 28.
And we are teed up and ready to go.
Boswell kicks it off. Brandon Cooks be deep. Takes it from the goal. Golden will stop him at the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
I think at this point, there's really not much time for Drew Brees to channel some Monday Night Magic unless Pittsburgh gets off the field. Short 3 steps. Going for Tavon Hill as he gets the first. Lawrence Timmons. Stop. Sorry, Justin Hill. My bad. Lawrence Timmons has been bullying that Saints offense pretty much all game. Here. So
back to the line after the
completion. 1st and 10. Breeze with Mark Ingram to his right. Haven't seen much from him tonight as he overthrew that one incomplete. 3 interceptions have basically killed Drew Brees' QB rating tonight.
They tried their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle.
2nd and 10.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Catches the snap.
Breeze drops and is hit as he throws. Cooks with the catch. And he gets pushed out of bounds into Pittsburgh territory at the 37.
Makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
So First and 10 from the 37.
And now after the catch, the offense with a fresh set of downs. And they go with a 2 tight end look.
Breeze, Ingram, right side. As he grinds for his first rush in tonight's game. Hard to believe that over 4 rushes and 4 carries, he's got 8 yards.
Third quarter comes to a close.
Third quarter come to the end.
You're witnessing it here in this one. Charles and I will go deep into the notes after this. You're watching the NFL.
As we look at the end of this. Third quarter, Drew Brees and the Saints blown out. 2nd week in a row. I guess it's something them and the Patriots have in common is tormenting opponents like the Saints. As the Pats walked away with a 20-7 victory on Sunday Night Football. Tonight, Pittsburgh has got a 28-0 lead.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
So, we'll see what they do here. Second and 4. Breeze drops, fires for Cockrell and Cooks, but he gets brought down, incomplete.
Incompletions have their place. A beautiful deep attempt. They were unable to connect, but now the defense has to think about that the rest of the game.
Third and 4.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
The Saints tonight have been 1 for 4 on third down conversions.
For the shotgun.
Going from the shotgun. Hayward going for the end zone as that one gets knocked down. Incomplete.
Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Yeah, I think these are playing like the Saints of 3 and 13 era. They're in punt in their own red zone in Pittsburgh territory from the 31. Let's see what Morstead can do. Nice little punt to the right as they get trapped at the 7.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Tough spot for Pittsburgh. Le'Veon to the right. And that is a gain of 5. As now they're at the 12 as they continue to grind it out. 2 touchdowns for Le'Veon Bell, including that wildcat run. Le'Veon broken down for a gain of 3.
They've been giving up big gains throughout this game. Finally, they bottle him up. Perhaps this is the spark they needed moving forward.
So 3rd and 2.
Brings up a 3rd and 2. And QB's calling something out.
Roethlisberger in the pocket, going for Wheaton with the catch at the 46. Marcus Wheaton has also made some pretty amazing catches as well as the Steelers move themselves deep into the red zone of the Saints. They may be able to lock up a playoff berth. The Patriots yesterday have locked up the East simply by starting against the Cowboys. Roethlisberger. Handoff, Le'Veon, and he's breaking through. He is making several people miss as he gets brought down at the 2.
This is not unfamiliar territory for the offense. They've been in the red zone plenty today.
411 total yards, 169 rushing, 300-plus passing, I'm sure.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
They brought down the 3rd down back as Williams gets a carry. He's brought down. 2nd and goal. We have hit the 2-minute warning tonight. Hard to believe. Feels like this game has flown by so fast, and it's just been absolute torture for the Saints. You almost thought they'd have gotten into a waterboarding program. As Le'Veon tries to get through, he gets the touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of tonight, as this game has officially lost all control.
The defense ran out on the field excited. They had the offense pinned deep in their own territory, but the excitement didn't last long. Things changed. Offense took the ball downfield and scored. The defense looking at each other, questioning what just happened.
Drew Brees looking like Aaron Brooks right now.
And they will line up now to try to turn
as they turn 6 to 7. Boswell
the
puts the PAT on the board.
And everyone is lined up for the kickoff.
As he kicks it off, Boswell can send it deep for Cooks, who takes it from the goal. As he gets stopped at the 19 with a minute 53 to go in tonight's game. Pittsburgh has pretty much had the North on lock. As of right now. So, 1st and 10. Pretty much any form of comeback has been absolutely crushed. As Breeze going for Cockrell, as that one's nearly picked off by Cockrell. Brandon Cooks was the intended receiver.
Breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
So, 2nd and 10.
Here after the incomplete pass.
Jones putting the Steelers into quarters. Breeze going for Thomas with his first reception. That's hard to believe. That has been Mike Thomas's first reception of the night.
The offense back to the line after the completion for first.
Hard to believe.
Set here, quarterback all by himself. The snap from the
1st and 10 from the 17. Breeze uncorks it, nearly picked off.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football, complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands,
by William Gay, who's been all over Brandon Cooks tonight.
Unable to connect to the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And the defense going with a quarters look. Shotgun formation.
Breeze drops, shotgun, Cooks makes the man miss. As that's a gain of 15 on the play. Bring back to the line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Back in the hurry up. Breeze drops, looks, fires for 83 as he drops an interception.
A lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Second down now after the incompletion.
So, 2nd down and 10 from the 47. Breeze, quarters, going in the pocket, looking. He's got a man open. That is Fleener as he gets pinned at the 45 by Shazier. They're just trying to look for something to salvage their game. Thomas gets to Breeze for the sack. 4 sacks for Pittsburgh. Breeze going to uncork it. Incomplete.
Well, they did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
As that looks to be it tonight from New Orleans, as all they are going to do is probably run out the score in what typically could be described as a Monday night bloodbath. For those of you who are Saints fans, as Le'Veon gets the first down.
And a nice run there to pick up the first down.
Good understanding by the runner of knowing where the first down line was and getting there.
And to say that tonight's game has been a bloodbath is an understatement. Le'Veon Bell, 15 carries for 181 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pitches to Bell. That is a gain of 4 there. Roethlisberger calls a timeout, I presume to prolong the suffering of many Saints fans who are probably having heart attacks from the free gumbo they got before the game.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Second down following the run. Receiver
3 touchdowns. All the receivers to the right. Nix to provide some extra protection. Le'Veon gets the first, and he's down to 25.
He's beyond the first down marker. And now they're in the hurry up.
Full house formation. Bell finding some room, and he flips it in for the touchdown. And it's his 4th, as the lead goes to 41-0.
Well, that last touchdown did nothing to affect the score here and who was going to win the game. But I know all of our fantasy friends were eagerly watching.
Okay, he broke the plane. He flipped the ball in the end zone. And those who are probably playing fantasy football are really getting off to a game like this.
And now they try for the PAT conversion.
As Boswell puts an extra point on the board.
And the PAT is good.
That is Le'Veon Bell's 4th touchdown, the longest carry, 45 yards. That was on his Wildcat run. Let's go there and try to squib it. Boswell will kick it. Guy with the really long-ass name I can't pronounce will receive it. 2 seconds left. Granted, this play is pretty much worthless at this point. So Drew Brees can chuck it up and try to get at least something on the board. And it's just like in yesterday's Broncos-Bills game, it ends in a Hail Mary attempt.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
As Brees drops. This is the final play of the game. And Burns with the interception. The game is over. Artie Burns with his first pick. And that'll do it tonight from New Orleans. 42-0.
And to be frank, I think what we saw here today
And I think people are calling for Drew Brees' head right now.
We thought going into it that one team was way better, had the tactical advantage as well, and it proved to be true.
And winning is good for all the obvious
Unfortunately.
reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does.
It's going to be an interesting film session in New Orleans Tuesday. As you look at the player of the game tonight, 18 carries for almost 200 yards for Le'Veon Bell, as he went off in the game. Roethlisberger with that catch to Antonio Brown earlier. Throw. Final score tonight from New Orleans is coming up on ABC. Your late local news, followed by the 700 Club. Check your local listings for the 700 Club. Tonight, Monday Night Football, you're watching NFL football. Final score tonight from New Orleans. Pittsburgh 42, New Orleans 0.